Hello everyone. In this video, I'll be covering the Order of the Lion quest. This quest has been out for a year now, but I finally got around to doing it myself. Also, it'll be a prerequisite for the Adventures of Galthen Quest coming in the summer update this year. This quest takes a bit of time because you only complete certain missions depending on the day and night cycle. Remember, as you go through this guide, the Tibian day is from 15 minutes to 45 minutes after the hour, while the nighttime run from the 45-minute mark to the following 15-minute interval. They are 30 minutes each, which makes a 1-hour cycle for a full day to pass in-game. You can use the timestamps on this video to jump around if you need help with a particular mission. Also, when making your way around the island, the usurper enemies will attack the Order of the Lion members as well, so use this to your advantage. To complete this quest, you'll have to have completed the Order of the Falcon Access for the Secret Library quest, and the Order of the Cobra Access for the Grave Danger quest. Also, you need 20 pieces of ham, 10 pieces of bread, and 20 broken longbows. It's possible to collect or buy all of these before the quest begins. It may take a while for you to hunt for the broken longbows yourself, but that is an option, or you can just buy them from the market. To start this quest, we'll begin in Edron Depot. You'll have to make your way to the mountain pass, and you can find a small boat just on the other side. Using this boat will take you to Bunak. You can only start this first mission during the daytime. You'll have to speak to the NPC, Evrard the Miller, and answer his questions by saying the keyword yes, and then yes again. I already had the mission done while recording for the video, but I'll show you where you can find the items. You can head down the stairs to the east into the Bat Cave, and head to the southeast. Once you go up the stairs, there'll be some usurpers. First, you must use the book to find the ledger, then head up to the boat, levitate down, from straight ahead from the stairs. Head to the east and use the large trunk to find the map. You'll then have to make your way back to Evrard the Miller. Try not to get trapped here like I did. I was slightly too slow returning, which caused him to disappear since it was now nighttime. You want to make sure to find him during the day and say hi, news, yes, yes. You'll now be able to access the southern part of the island through the Bat Cave. You'll now have to help 5 more residents in Bunak. The locations will change depending on if it is the day or night. You can use the map shown on screen now from TibiaWiki to help you locate them if you're having trouble. When speaking with each NPC, you'll have to say the keyword Yselda, both when you're first receiving the task and when you're turning it in after completion. You'll find all these NPCs on the southern side of the island, whether it is day or night. I will show each NPC when starting and how to complete their mission. You can do these in any order you choose, but first I'll be showing Fral The Butcher. This NPC requires 20 pieces of ham, which will make it quick to complete. Next, I found Dal the Huntress to start her mission. She will ask you to kill 20 deer. These deer have to be killed on the island for them to count. Next, speak to Onfroi to begin his mission. He will ask you to kill 20 Crypt warriors. Next, I located Jehan The Baker to turn in the 10 pieces of bread, which is another easy mission. I recommend getting the ham and bread before finding the NPCs, so you only have to locate them the one time. I skipped Wes the Blacksmith for now, as I didn't have enough broken longbows on me at the time. They were all sold out on my server. To complete Onfroi's mission, you'll need to be nighttime. You can find the Crypt warriors just to the south of where you first land on Bunak. These will only spawn during the night and are quite powerful. You can lure them out and kill them one at a time, or use AoE to kill multiple if you are confident. The spawn is quite fast, so be careful. Once you've killed the 20 Crypt warriors, you can find Onfroi again and say Yselda to turn in the mission. Most of the deer for Dal the Huntress can be found in the northern part of the island, the area where you land when you first take the boat. There are a few to the west, 1 or 2 to the east, and a few more to the south past the Crypt warrior area. Once you have killed 20 deer, report back to Dal the Huntress and say Yselda to turn in the mission. Lastly, we're finally able to collect our 20 broken longbows, so we have to locate Wes the Blacksmith and say Yselda. That will be the last mission to gain the trust of the residents. You can now make your way inside the castle. You can follow my path, which begins in the first building on the south side of the island. You'll have to make your way past where you find Onfroi during the day. There are some narrow paths on the way to the castle where you can get trapped by usurpers, but you should only end up with 1 or 2 attacking you. Once you make it to the castle, speak to the Bunak guard and say hi, pass, yes to enter the castle. From the castle gate, you'll have to head to the west and go up 2 floors to find Keesar the Younger in the throne room. He can only be found here during the day. Speak to him saying hi, then siege. You'll have to wait until the next Tibian day for him to take care of your request and allow you to continue with the quest. You can then leave the throne room and head back down the stairs. To the south, you will find an elevator which will allow you to quickly make your way in and out of the castle without having to run through usurpers. When it is the next day, you can return to Keesar the Younger and say hi, siege, yes. He will tell you to wait in the throne room and you'll have to fight Fugue. Fugue will only spawn if you enter the throne room at night. He can hit quite hard and will spawn with 5 usurpers. I found the most useful strategy was to wait for him to spawn and then I just levitated down. I went back up the stairs to the east, lured Fugue out, and closed the door behind him. This allowed me to focus on him without having to worry about all the summons. Fugue can hit quite hard and may take a bit of time to kill if you are solo. I recommend using your familiar if you have it available. If you do get in any trouble, you can go down the stairs to fill your health and or mana and go back up. Do keep in mind that if you are too slow, Fugue will despawn after a few minutes if he is not killed. Once Fugue has been defeated, you'll have to wait for it to be daytime again. Speak to Keesar the Younger and say siege, yes. He will teleport you to a room where you will see him having a conversation with Drume. Once you are finished watching the conversation, you run to the southeast and down, back to the Batcave. Head back to the castle again using the elevator and find Keesar the Younger and say siege for the final time. You will now have access to Drume. I'll show you the path from where you first arrive on Bonak. It is in the fields where we just witnessed the conversation between Keesar and Drume. You'll just head up the ramp and use the rope to enter the battle area. You can fight Drume with up to 5 people. The first phase of the fight involves defeating 3 usurper commanders. Each commander has 5 summons. Either hardened usurper archers, hardened usurper knights, or hardened usurper warlocks. I'd recommend running all the way to the southwest as soon as you enter this fight. You can then lure the usurper commanders one at a time back down to the southwest and kill them. As long as you are on screen with them, they will focus you and not the line commanders and their summons. That's why I recommend taking one at a time. Sudden death can be very helpful while killing these. As soon as the usurper commander is defeated, all their summons will disappear. If all 3 line commanders are killed, you will fail the fight and be kicked out. Also, if you're having trouble targeting usurper commanders, you can sort your battle list as descending by name, and the usurper commanders will always be first. Once the 3 usurper commanders are defeated, Drume will spawn to the north as well as Keesar. Keesar will not move but can be targeted by Drume. Drume can attack anyone, whether it is you, Keesar, or the other lions on the battlefield. I recommend throwing an energy bomb around Drume and yourself. This will keep Drume in place for the most part, and if he retargets to you, he will not move. Drume can also summon one of the Falcon mini-bosses. They are Grand Chaplain Gondor, Grand Cannon Dominus, Grand Commander Sorinen, or Preceptor Lazare. These summons will attack whoever Drume is attacking. As you can see, towards the end of the fight, the other lions begin coming up and attack him. This can be a bit helpful with the additional damage, but can also lure him off the bomb and cause more problems, so be careful if you are sharpshooting. Drume has the possibility to drop any of the line items, which makes him a good boss to farm daily. Once he has been defeated, you can return to Keesar the Younger in the castle and say siege. You'll be rewarded with the Lionheart achievement. Hopefully this video has helped you with the quest and the boss fights. If you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe, leave a comment below. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting.